Hey, don't judge. It's 4 in the afternoon. Please. We're in quarantine. You know you've been drinking since 11 a.m. Don't even start with me. Huh? Hiya, kids. Today I'm making a pork and tofu Szechuan style soup. Can be kind of spicy depending on the ingredients you use. First, we're going to start with chicken stock. Now, I make my own, but in the US I know you can find it quite handily in the grocery store. First, we need to marinate the pork mince in a little soy. So we're going to use just like, I don't know how many grams this is, just, you know, this is probably enough for 2 or 3 people. I just eyeball stuff. The older I get, the more I become like my mother. I asked my mother once for a recipe and she's like, oh, tu m'emmerdes. I just measure things by looking at them. So, okay, I can do that now. Do like maybe 2 tablespoons soy. The next ingredient is Shaoxing cooking wine. It's a Chinese rice wine, not rice wine vinegar. This is the wine itself. You can find it in the Asian supermarkets in the US. Here you can find it at Phuong Ha and Ham Nghi and probably other places. If you don't have access to this, you can use a dry drinkable sherry or that bottle of vermouth you have working in the back of your cupboard. It's got a really nice depth of flavor. I'm also going to add about 2 tablespoons to this. And with your impeccably clean hands, mix this up, put it to the side for now. I just spilled chicken stock everywhere. Don't give me a minute. All right, so now we're going to do a little bit of coloring it. So this is the only pot I have in the house. We shall use this. A little bit olive oil. Olive oil in the pot. Garlic and ginger. This is 1 fat clove of garlic and, you know, same amount of ginger. Szechuan peppercorn. I don't know, like a tablespoon or so. You want to grind this up. Add to the garlic and ginger mushed up Szechuan peppercorn. I don't like this lighting. This lighting sucks. What do we do to fix this? Now, add your pork. Just kind of break that up with your wooden spoon or your chopsticks, whatever tool you have that works. Brown the pork. Make sure all the spices get infused with each little bit of pork. One of the ingredients we're going to use next, if I can get rid of that awful light behind me. It's like a fucking hand of God coming down, which is not really what I want to see right now. Come back in like 40 years. Chili bean paste. So this is Korean. This is the spicy version, I believe. There's a non-spicy version too. You're gonna put in, oh God, I love that. So you want to add a good spoonful of that. Some more of that Shaoxing cooking wine. A couple tablespoons, maybe a third because I like it. Same amount of soy. Now we've got my lovely chicken stock. This is enough for a couple of meals, so I'm probably going to use about half of that today. At this point, when the meat's got lovely flavor and texture and it's turned nice and brown, I'm going to pour some of the stock in. And I dropped some more on the floor. Whee, this is going to be a great floor to clean up later. Just going to pour it in. And I'm walking around in chickeny goodness. Bare feet kitchen. Bring this to a simmer. When it begins to simmer, you're going to want to add a slurry. Slurry is a thickening agent. I'm going to use what in the US we call cornstarch. In the rest of the world we call it corn flour, I think. Tablespoon of corn flour to about a tablespoon of water. Where is a spoon when you need one? Mix that up till it forms a paste. This will help thicken the soup slightly when it boils. If it doesn't come to a simmer, it won't thicken. It's just one of those like science things, you know? So what I need is a tripod up here. This would be, maybe I'll tape some stuff up tomorrow. I got some industrial tape or something. Yes. Besides, it makes my neck look really thin. I look much younger than my age. Once it comes to the simmer, go ahead and add your slurry in. You're gonna want to add some cubed tofu. I get this from the wet market. You can use chives or green onion. I forgot to chop some earlier, so I'm just going to use my scissors and just snip some in. The way my mom would do it. Maybe I'm channeling Mothra today. Next weird ingredient, and actually it's the last ingredient, is lettuce. I'm just using some butter lettuce. Not wholly, just kind of rip them in half. Taste for seasoning. Actually, it's pretty good. And serve with a side of kimchi, because you could just put on top, mix in.